God, that was a good stage, wasn't it? 40 metres, like a flip of a switch. Lovely and sunny, Saturday, Friday, wasn't it? And all of a sudden, she's upon us. Right, I don't normally do videos like this, but I think I need to because there's not many people speaking the truth out here. There's a lot of independent journalists piping up. And I want to talk about leadership. Now, leadership, isn't a role, it's an action, right? It's an action. Now, it's really out to British tiresome reform, but people need to know this. Please understand, who was reformed? February, March, nobody. It wasn't until Yaxley come forward with his support and said, look, listen, I'm going to put my differences aside as a real man, a gentleman. And he said, despite what's gone on, what Farage said in the past, he said, the best one out there to vote for Great Britain is reform. Now, he put his differences aside, Nigel, and Mr. Tice. Now, you tell me why the hell ain't you? Because no man's bigger than this country. Richard Tice, Farage, Yaxley, me, Auntie Flo next door neighbour but one's Jim. Great Britain counts, and it's about the future generations. Now, your discussion throwing Tommy under the bus ain't on. It shows division, shows a lot. It ain't leadership. And you say about certain things, oh, you don't really get into bed with Yaxley because of this, that. Isn't it how we got into this problem in the first place? By worrying about what people say and what people think. People now are scared, man, to put the Union Jack flag up. They're scared to say certain things. It ain't on. That ain't us. That's not what our grandfathers fought. Well, my granddad and my great-granddad went in the trenches. And they went in their wives. My nans were sat there crying. And they said, love, Iris, it ain't for us, it's for the future, it's for the grandkids. That's why they done that. And I don't know why you're creating division. The movement's going really strong, we're turning your heads, it's great, and a lot of that is down to Yaxley. I'm telling you. Now, I spoke to one of my brothers, and if you're watching this, he will know this. I said there's only 3 people who can save this country, this identity in our culture, and I predicted everything that was going to happen. Now, let me jog your memory, Mr. Farage and Mr. Tice. Do you remember giving away the fishing waters to the French that not a lot of people know about? I watched your conference in the NEC Saturday. You walked out to a song. Our so-called leader is going to change our country. You walked out to an Eminem song. What's it, WWE? Fist pumping people. I don't want to see it. I want to see a man. I want to see a man, nicely dressed, stern, look of intent in his eyes, get on that stage, deliver the short, sharp message that needs to be delivered, and get off. It's like an episode of bloody I'm a Celebrity or something, isn't it? Ain't about that. Like I said to you earlier, what did Tommy do? Put all his differences aside for the country. Because I'll tell you what, Mr. Farage, Mr. Tice, if push comes to shove, you will lose. You will lose. Now, ironically, I watched your conference and you had Ant Middleton on the stage. Centre stage he was. Holding court, talking about protecting our identity, and what you do is you strip them down and rebuild the communities. If we don't, we have division. We create division, which is not good. And that's exactly what you've done. You've started to do, create division. I don't know on what terms. I'm flabbergasted by it all. So, if you've got nothing good to say, as a leader, you don't say. Leadership is an action, not a role. Lead by example. This country needs a leader. And if you're not that man to lead, then step down and find someone who is. Now, a lot of people like this, like Yaxley, this, that, sorry, Tommy Robinson, but yeah, it's you to make your decision. Not responsible, accountable. Like, on my grounds and my facts, because what I tell you, the last 3 gatherings, over 200,000 people attended. 200,000 people, I tell you, with a handful of arrests. You tell me who's done that in the last 50 years. I'm there, I'm talking to teachers, accountants, people, you know, well-educated people. Branding all this stuff far right extremists, nonsense, absolute nonsense. In fact, you tell me the last far right riot protest. Tell me, because I know. Because you can't, because it wasn't far right. There hasn't been a far right protest riot for many, many years. In fact, you have to go back to Oswald Mosley and the fascists in the Cable Street. What was that, 1930? Something like that. Now you tell me the last protests had all been arrests, what nationalities they were. Hey, you want to go BLM? You want to go Palestine? You want to go to Brixton riots? You want to go further? You want to carry on? These are your people. Put your differences aside. Work together. Work together. Because I'll tell you what I feel like doing. I have told all the working class bricklayers to move over and support the movement. Despite of what your agreements are, this was the right thing to do. But if this keeps carrying on, and my brother will tell you, this is what I'm saying, there's 3 people who don't want to set up a political party. They don't want to, but they have the following. But if they do, I firmly believe that is the answer. And if that happens, we'll disturb everything and it'll be rebuilt again. So, pull yourself together, man. You and Mr. Tyson have got history. Nick Hancock's book signing, promoting the vaccinations. Do you remember that, Mr. Tice? Yeah? But I put all that aside because I believe you deserve a chance, you and Farage. So, do the same to Yexley. Do the same to Yexley. In other words, Tommy Roberts. God bless. Thank you.